One of the biggest mistakes that I see people make when they're doing a presentation is getting a case of the zoomies. You know, kind of like when your dog gets really excited and they run around with uncontrollable energy and just zoom around like crazy. This happens because you're trying to lead with value. You are trying to cram so much knowledge into your presentation to make sure that your audience really gets value from it, that you're stuck having to rush around to try and cover everything in the time allotted. And when that happens, essentially, you're left being really out of breath and your audience is left with a sense of brilliance. They know they encountered something really good, but they aren't really sure what to do with the information that they were given. Obviously, this isn't good for either you or the people in your audience. So how do you fix it? One simple trick is to remember one slide per minute. So if you're building out your slide presentation, you want to cover one slide in 1 minute. So if you've got a 45-minute presentation, you're not going to go more than 45 slides. Obviously, there is a little bit of room for tweakage here because you might have a slide where it just has a quote or just has a quick stat or something that you're not really going to spend too much time on, but usually this is still going to even out. The next thing that you could do is to break down the different stages or phases of your presentation and approximate how much time you can spend on each one. So for example, in a 45-minute presentation, you're going to have to do a little bit of setup and a little bit of close at the end, and let's say you're trying to cover 3 key points. If you have a little setup and a little bit of stuff at the end, let's say your 3 points, you only have 30 minutes in a 45-minute presentation to cover them. So the math is easy. Each key point gets 10 minutes. Following our 1 slide per minute rule, that means you can only have 10 slides for each of your key points. Just taking those few minutes to plan that at the beginning of your presentation can make a huge difference because you know how much information you can fit in 10 slides. This is going to prevent you from over cramming your presentation full of stuff and being stuck with a case of the zoomies. So if you're trying to deliver more value and create more raving fans and more customers with your presentations, then make sure you smash that follow for more neurospicy friendly presentation tips.